back. Today I have a back to school inspired video for you. It's hard to believe, but it is August, which means a lot of people are gearing up to go back to school in the next couple of weeks. Now, I'm personally not a student anymore. This summer actually marks a decade since I graduated high school, which doesn't make me feel old or anything. Definitely don't like cry myself to sleep at night. What I did is I thought about the two things that back to school makeup needs to be, and in my mind, the first thing it needs to be is simple and easy. You don't have a ton of time when you're in school. Although I hate to break it to you, once you join the career world, sleep is also still hard to come by. Just better get used to it. Buckle in for the long haul. Not gonna sleep till retirement. And then the second thing, and to me the most important thing about back to school makeup, is it needs to be affordable. Girlfriend was not shopping at Sephora when she was in college, so I challenged myself in this tutorial to do an entire face using only products that cost $4 or less. Really quick before we jump into this video, if you're new, I hope that you hit the subscribe button down below. We are so close to hitting 80,000 subscribers here at But First Coffee, which I know in the grand scheme of YouTube maybe isn't a ton, but to me, to think that almost 80,000 of you have hit the subscribe button and joined this But First Coffee family is just really crazy for me to think about. But the best part about all of it is interacting with you guys, whether we are chatting in the comments down below or you're reaching out to me on social media, and you make me smile or laugh every single day. So thank you to all of you who have subscribed and have joined this journey and our little But First Coffee family. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you'll consider it before you head off of this video. But all that mushy stuff aside, let's go ahead and jump in to this video. What are these? They're magic fingers. Ooh. All right, we are going to start with clean, moisturized, exfoliated face. We are going to jump right in with a primer. It's not necessarily a have-to step, but I like primer because I just feel like it preps my skin for foundation or BB creams. It smooths out lines. So I'm using the NYX Smooth Skin Perfecting Primer. This says it's going to even out my skin. Now, an important thing when you're applying your primer is you're smoothing over your skin, but you kind of want to press it into your skin as well. This helps to fill in your pores and minimize the appearance of fine lines. Alright, I decided to go for a BB cream. They're easy, they're low maintenance. You can apply them with your fingers, so you don't necessarily need to bust out a beauty blender or a sponge or a foundation brush. This is the Smooth Skin BB cream, and it claims it is going to provide instant mattifying coverage and brighten skin tone for a healthy, flawless complexion. So again, I'm just going to apply this right with my fingers. This is a really nice sort of light sheer coverage. So while it's not giving you tons of coverage, it's super easy to apply and it's just going to even out your complexion. For concealer, we're going for the E.L.F. Studio. This is the under eye concealer and highlighter. I've used this product a lot before, and I'm just going to use it as an all over concealer, not just for my under eyes. So this product has a concealer on one end and then this like highlighter on the other end. I don't remember loving the highlighter, but we'll try it out. So I'm going to use this to conceal my under eyes. I have this little sort of redness on my chin left over from a blemish, and then to cover the redness on my nose. But it is normal for women to get red around their nose. It's hormonal, so that's why lots of women like to conceal around their nose. Alright, I'm going to use a mixture of my finger as well as this E.L.F. blending brush to blend this all out. Typically, I like using beauty sponges for my concealer, but a little brush like this, even though this one's designed for eyeshadow, it's a good size for just sort of getting into small places like your under eye and around your nose. I think one of the biggest makeup mistakes that I used to make when I was still in school was not using a proper concealer for my under eyes. I would just try to use the same concealer that I would use for anything. So I would use like a stick concealer. It's just such a different skin consistency and texture than the rest of your skin. Not to mention it's prone to little fine lines, and most concealers are going to settle into those fine lines and make a big old hot mess. Alright, I'm a little tempted to try this highlighter. Like I said, I don't remember loving it. Right, it's more of like a micro glitter highlighter, so I'm definitely not going to use it to highlight, but I will put it onto my eyes just to cancel out some of the color that's there and create a base for my eyeshadow. Now I am going to go ahead and set my concealer as well as the stuff I put on my eyelid, and I actually found this high definition under eye setting powder. I'm taking another one of those same E.L.F. blending eye brushes, but this is just not the one that has concealer on it, so it's nice and clean. So I'm basically just going to set anywhere I put concealer. Alright, let's investigate. So this actually did a pretty nice job setting my under eye concealer. It's definitely more of a drying powder. If you're like me, somebody who struggles with like super dry skin, that might bother you a little, but. All right, for brows, I just got a brow gel. Brow gels are my favorite thing for when I'm in a rush because you just brush them on. They help keep your brows sort of like in place. They give them a little bit of color and structure. I absolutely love them. This one is from Essence and it's called Make Me Brow. Alright, so there you go. I don't even know if you can tell from that far away, but I did this brow. It just looks a little more structured and put together and just sort of made the brow come to life a little bit more without having to totally fill it in. Let's move on to the eyes. I'm taking one of the Wet n Wild eyeshadow trios. These are my favorite affordable eyeshadows, hands down. E.L.F makes some really nice ones too, but if I had to pick my favorite affordable eyeshadows, it would be the Wet n Wild ones. And this one is the Silent Treatment. This trio's been around forever. The woman who's checking me out dropped it when she was doing it. And she was like, oh, let me make sure that's not cracked. And she picked it up and like looked at it and she's like, oh good, and put it in my bag. But when I got home, it was all cracked. I feel like she lied to me. All right, we're going to start with the lightest color at the very top. And I'm going to put this all over my entire lid. It's just like a nice peachy color. Now for me, eyeshadow is one of those things that it's always like a matter if I have the time to do it. If I don't have time, sometimes I just skip eyeshadow altogether and I just do liner and mascara, but if you have a little time, it's nice to do. So I'm just using that same brush that I used to do the under eye, now that I'm not using it anymore. Coming in with another E.L.F brush, I'm going to grab the bottom color. I'm going to work this into my outer corner and into my crease a little bit. So I'm just packing this on, and then I'll blend it out. And then lastly, I'm taking this tiny little crease brush, and I'm going to grab the darkest color. And I'm going to focus this just on the very outer corner of my eye. And then I'm coming back in with the bigger brush, blend it out. And then lastly, I'm going to take the darkest color just on my lower lash line. Alright, like I said, eyeshadow, if I have time, I do it. If I don't, I skip it and I jump right into eyeliner, which is what we're going to do next. I'm using this Wet n Wild liquid liner. I used to use this all the time and I absolutely loved it. So I'm hoping, it says new formula. I'm hoping it's as good as I remember because I used to adore this eyeliner. It was like the only one I used for years and years. And I do see that they switched. It used to be like a little brush and now it's a little felt tip applicator. But now for me, doing a wing liner is fast and easy because I've been doing it a lot. If it's not, grab yourself like a black eyeliner pencil and just add a little definition to your top lash line. Alright, this liner is just about as good as I remember. It's really just one of those great products for such a cheap price. Next, it's time for mascara. I am using one of the Essence mascaras. I chose the one that's called the Get Big Lashes. It comes in the purple tube. And I'm just going to coat up these lashes. I'm going to put tons and tons of coats of mascara on. Okay, so I typically will put on like a coat or two and then I let it sit for a minute. And then I come in with another coat. And definitely don't forget those bottom lashes. That's what really helps to open up your eyes. Alright, now it is time to add some color back to my face. I'm going to start with a little bit of bronzer. I grabbed the E.L.F Blush and Bronzing palette. It's like a little duo, has brush and a blush and a bronzer in there. It's a very brown blush. I think I'm just going to use the bronzer. I'm going to focus this sort of like on the outer parts of my face, just to give my face a little dimension. I will contour a little bit with it. I think even a really fast, subtle contour makes a big difference because it adds dimension back to your face. So I take it like that. I'll blend it out, don't worry. So then I will go along my hairline a little, bring this down and connect it with the contour color. And then as the powder sort of comes off of my brush and there's nothing left on the brush, I sort of will use it to blend everything out. Come down along my jawline. And you don't even have to obviously do anything this heavy, just a little bit of color on the outer part of your face is just going to give it dimension and shape. Okay, I got two blushes and I can't decide which one I want. The first one I got was a Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes. I've loved these blushes for a long time, so I knew I would like this. But then I saw these new Essence, so I don't know if they're new, these Essence blushes. They're like ombre effect, and I was just like, that's really pretty. So I might try using that one. I really wanted to get a highlighter. Obviously this isn't like a have-to step, but I just really love highlighting. I just do, okay? And I couldn't find a highlighter for under $4. I'm sure they exist out there, but I just couldn't find it. But I found this really pretty, like highlighty eyeshadow, and I'm going to use it just for the tiniest bit of highlight, okay, you guys? Just like a little bit. Highlight my cheekbones just a little. And then taking my pinky, I'm just going to stick a little into my tear duct. Helps open up those eyes. Now, and then last is obviously lips. I grabbed one of the Maybelline baby lips. I got the color Cherry Me. These are nice because they're really like low maintenance. You don't have to touch them up, but they just give your lips a little bit of color. Alright, so there you have it. And you know, if you have like date night later, or you're going out with your girlfriends and you want to just like up your game a little bit, you can grab my favorite lipstick that's under $4. Actually, I think it's under $3. The Wet n Wild. This is the ones that come in the silver tube. This is the color Pink Nouveau. I'm totally obsessed with this color. I mean, you could totally rock it to class if you want, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. And there you have it. Hey girl, hey. An entire face using only products that cost $4 or less. Also a pretty simple routine. But that does it for today's video. If you're looking for another video with some awesome makeup tips, you can try out this one right here. Also find my Instagram handle right above, or you can find a link to it in the down bar, because I'm currently having a summer giveaway series over on my Instagram channel where every Sunday I give away a different set of goodies until the end of summer, giving away things like Becca Cosmetics highlighters and OPI nail polish and Urban Decay eyeshadow palette. As always, I hope you are having a fantastic day, and I will see you all in my next video. Oh, these pants are so uncomfortable. Blending eye brushes. This is just, oh my god. Oh crap, it's hard to open. Pull to open. Literally, why is this so hard to open? Whatever. Somebody once in my YouTube comments told me that I put on lipstick really slow. And I think I do, because when I watch other people put on their lipstick, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're going way too fast. Take your time. It's not a race. Some eyeshadow. Okay, Austin. Okay. It just makes the look... Like, is it child-proof? I don't understand. It's Callie-proof is what it is. And I will see you all in my next Wednesday. I will see you in my next Wednesday.